Alrighty. Today's topic is your dog heard you. You just didn't mean it. It's a question and answer section. We're talking about dogs in here. And this is going out live to like most of my social media. So we want to answer any questions you guys have about dog training. I want to talk about some of the things that people have, presented to me as a dog trainer here in Atlanta. See, maybe some of these things would touch you guys. It would maybe, make a difference in your life, maybe help you with your dogs or any of that stuff. Okay. Check this out, right? The topic is your dog heard you. You just didn't mean it. Okay. So this is for if your dog ignores you, pulls on the leash, jumps, barks, or only listens sometimes, right? Stay here because this is not about bad dogs or any of that. Let me bring this down a little bit. Let me make sure y'all can see the TV still. This is not about bad dogs. It's about missing structure. I train dogs every day, different breeds, different ages, same problems, and almost every issue I see starts with the owner and not the dog. Okay. Um, so come and help if your dog listens sometimes, okay? And I'll be checking out the comments and stuff like that. So if you have any questions or any of that stuff, you can definitely comment. Um, about your dog and getting your dog trained. Um, so let me get y'all the big truth. I want to reframe your thinking. And dogs don't understand sometimes, right? They learn by patterns. They learn by not words, emotions. Let me so y'all can see me a little bit better. I don't want y'all to see what I'm doing. Okay. Not words, emotions. They don't understand emotions. They don't understand intentions. Okay. So if you allow something once, you've taught it forever. So until you retrain it. So sometimes you got to go back and retrain your dogs. Okay. Um, Let me make sure we get this right. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. Um, so some of the examples of stuff that jumping like when guests arrives, um, or like pulling when they're excited, or ignoring recall at the park. I'll even say as good as like ignoring recall at the house. Okay. Um, and what recall is just bringing your dog back to you because we know the safest place for a dog is next to us. Okay. So when they ignore recall at the park, you definitely have a problem. Okay. So if any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. And this is what I fix every week. All right. So let me give y'all some of the common owner mistakes, right? Let me give y'all like five key mistakes, right? One of them is like repeating commands, right? Um, when you be like, Ginger, sit, Ginger, sit, Ginger, sit, Ginger, sit, Ginger, sit. Ginger heard you say sit the first time. I promise you guys. So please stop repeating the commands, right? Um, it's not working. They're not getting it. They heard you the first time. I promise you. Um, unless they're deaf. Every now and then a dog is actually deaf, but it's kind of a rare case. Some of the second mistake that people have is like no follow through, right? Which means like you tell them to sit and they didn't sit, and then you just be like, forget it, and you go on to something else. There's no follow through. Um, the third one would be like inconsistent rules, right? Sometimes you mean sit, sometimes you mean down, sometimes you mean come here. And you just inconsistent rules in how you're talking to the dog. Um, Sometimes it's over talking the dog, right? The dog is barking and you're still trying to give him commands. Um, and that's really like over talking him. uh, Another mistake that people make that I see a lot is waiting too long to train. Okay. You wait until the dog is like 8 years. And I can't believe that you would keep a dog that's 8 years old and never get them training. Okay. He's not potty trained, he's not crate trained, he's just living in your house just as a wild animal. And you've never had him trained. So those are like the five mistakes, and I'll repeat them for you. Okay. Repeating commands, no follow through, inconsistent rules, over talking the dog, waiting too long to train. It'd be the same things that you would do. Waiting too long to train is definitely one of the bigger things that I think that people don't do. Is they think that it's okay that the dog is just fine the way he is, and they just want to just be good. They think their life is good the way it is. Meanwhile, people are coming into your home and they're like, "Oh my God, you see how she just let that dirty dog lay on the couch?" I mean, you could smell that dog urine a mile away coming up to me. And, I definitely need to wash my hands after, meeting the dog, and that's what people will say. They definitely say that after they leave. They won't tell you to your face. But, you know, you have to make the changes that you need to make in order to make that your dog is a livable roommate. Okay. You're trying to turn a wild animal into a livable roommate because we don't want the dog to use the restroom and stuff like that inside the house, right? Um, so basically, your dog isn't ignoring you. They've just learned you don't mean it. Okay. There's no follow through that they feel like is detrimental to them, that they won't do it again, that they'll remember, right? Um, they're not ignoring you. They hear everything that you said. They just probably don't understand how to um, do what it is that you're asking them to do every time. Okay. So your dog isn't ignoring you. They've learned you don't mean it. Okay. So drop your dog's age and the breed in the comments if you checked in. All right. Let me know what your dog's age and breed is. And if you're in the Atlanta area, if you're not in the Atlanta area, I mean, that's cool too. We have locations all over the US. But I'm more concerned about the people in the Atlanta area. Okay. Now I want to talk to you guys about why YouTube and TikTok training fails, right? Most of the time those you know, most online tips fail because they just show tricks and not like structure. It's kind of hard to show structure. Um so tricks don't mean obedience, and treats don't mean leadership. Calm behavior comes from clarity. When a dog is clear on the expectations that you have for him or her. Um, so training isn't about making your dog happy. All right. A lot of people think that the dog is going to be happy all of a sudden. I don't want my dog not to be a dog. Okay. It's not about training, is not about making your dog happy. Training is about reversing the roles that we have with our dogs, right? Um, the role that most people have when they have a puppy or a baby is a subservient role. to the object. If you don't know what that means, that basically means that you are serving that object. All right. But there comes a time that people and animals have to become independent, you know, whether it's okay, they got to go out and hunt their food now, or whether they have to depend on you for their food. It's two totally different things. And since they're dependent on you for their food, um, we have to give them clarity and give them strict boundaries. If you've ever seen a dog mother raise her pups, she makes sure that they get clarity, whether it's back up off of me now because I don't want you to feed on me now. And she has to be able to communicate to them, back up off me, get up off me, okay, without hurting or damaging them. Okay. And we want to show you some of the things that we've learned and how we can, make your dog a lot more calm and confident. Okay. And it's not about, forcing them to do anything. So if you want like real obedience and not tricks, stay with me. Okay. I want you guys to let's go over some of the issues that people have. So I'm gonna read some of this. I'm gonna put it in chat. I think I'm gonna put it in chat, y'all. These are real examples of things that people say, oh, I need help with. Okay, let's talk about that. I'm gonna pull some real examples. We're gonna go back. Okay. I got you. It's gonna be cool. Oh, y'all might not be able to see it, TikTok. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Okay, this guy. All right. So this guy is looking for private sessions. He's looking for a board and train program. He has a multi pool, and he's looking to hire a dog trainer. And this is what he said. Okay, you can probably look in the text and see what he says, but I'm gonna read it out to you. Okay, he says, "I got this multi pool, got it 3 years ago from a shelter. Not trained to my knowledge. Need help with not biting the groomer, excessive barking, relations with other dogs and people." Okay. I want y'all to think about what he just said. Okay. He said that he got this dog 3 years ago, and he's been living with this dog for 3 years that he picked up from a shelter. So, my question is to you, if you got the dog from the shelter, do you think the dog was a great dog? Or do you think the dog was a bad dog? Or was it a bad owner that put the dog in the shelter? Or was it a good owner that put the dog in the shelter? It could be any of those numbers of reasons, because they don't always go into a shelter because they're not trained. Most of the time they go into a shelter because they're not trained, which means that the owner was not able to live with the dog. Whether that means that the dog um, was not able to habitat with the owner, or whether the dog was maybe in an apartment, stuff like that. And we can solve all of those issues, right? So if they got rid of the dog because they couldn't have her in their apartment, maybe because the dog is biting, doing excessive barking, that might have put the dog out of the apartment, and that's why the dog went to a shelter, because maybe she couldn't have a barking dog in the apartment. This is something we could definitely easily fix in probably like 2 or 3 weeks, but it does take an investment. It takes an investment in time on your part. It definitely takes an investment in money. It's just like going back to kindergarten, like we talked about earlier. Excuse me. Right? They need to learn when they get to kindergarten. The first thing they need to do is make sure that they don't have diapers on. So first thing we need to do when they're in our house is make sure that they're not walking around with diapers. Okay. That means that they're potty trained. Okay. So this could have been solved with silver package could have solved maybe not the biting. I'm not sure. The biting probably it depends on what type of biting it is, right? Um, if it's like, I approach the dog and the dog want to bite me, then we would go into aggression training. But the aggression training would only be done after we've done some of the regular training for the dog. So that's kind of how it would work. We do like 5 sessions, make sure the dog isn't biting and stuff like that. And then after 5 sessions, if the dog is still biting, then we'll go into aggression training. We'll see how they do in aggression training. And then you can go on to service dog training if the dog is fit for that type of work. That would keep your dog in an apartment so that you wouldn't have to get your dog out of an apartment and send your dog to a shelter. Okay? Make sense? All right, let's go on to the next one. We're gonna do like 10 of these. I kind of like these. These kind of tight. That was somebody in Atlanta and they was looking for training. Okay. All right, we got somebody else in Forest Park and they have a pit bull and they're looking for private lessons. The pit bull is about 0 to 6 months, and they just got the dog. And no, they don't have any issues. So I'm not gonna put that comment up there because they didn't have a long, comment. But this is a 6-month-old pit bull. The pit bull is probably doing a lot of biting at 6 months. They're probably getting ready to, just biting everybody. That's how they're trying to communicate with you. And if you don't know what to do, they're gonna keep biting and chewing up stuff. Even so much more so than normal. So this person is in. We'll just call him uh, D from Forest Park. Okay, that was D from Forest Park. She wanted to know um, about that. Okay, all right. I never heard of this dog, and sometimes you're gonna get dogs you never heard of, and you can be like, "What? What kind of dog is that?" All right. This lady has a 2-year-old. If you have this type of dog, let me know. She has a Lhasa Apso. Okay. 2 years old. She's we're gonna call her name Miss Doll. Miss Doll is in Riverdale. Okay. And she got one dog, a Lhasa Apso. Okay. And she just need training. She was looking for like group classes or board and train. We do group classes, we do not do board and train. I I don't think it's a great idea board and train just because you're allowing your dog to create a bond with somebody else when you should be creating a bond with your dog. There's simple things we can do to help create a bond with your dog. All right. Here's another one we got. Okay. Put this in the comment, right? Boom. All right. This person name is Ami. Ami. Ami in Lithia Springs has a Cavapoo, right? And she was looking for private lessons. 6 months private lessons. What the heck? That was weird. Okay, okay. Oh no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. All right. 6 months private lessons. Puppy 6 months. She's as a Cavapoo. Okay. She got a Cavapoo. This is what she said. I just got my puppy yesterday and I need him potty trained ASAP. I work 8 to 4 and need him pad trained while I'm at work. I would like to take the pads away while when I'm at home and walk him as well. Him knowing a sit command would be nice. Okay. It's something we would get in the first two lessons. We would do potty training. Um, by the third lesson, the second lesson would be sit. First lesson gonna be calm, potty training, crate training, because she works 8 to 4. So we need the dog to be able to be in the crate from 8 to 4 without her coming home and cleaning up poop. That's what she's saying right here. Okay. She's saying she's coming home and she's cleaning up poop. And so she needs help. She needs help with her cavapoo. I'm gonna give her a call, guys. I'm gonna give her a call right now. Okay. She might not answer, but we're gonna give her a call right here live. That's what we're gonna do. Let me see if I can get her number back. Here we go. We're gonna give her a call live. Just stay with me. We're gonna call her live, okay? Where's she at? Let me see if I find her number again. Stay with me. That's a good one. This is gonna be a good one. Here we go. Boom. Wow. All right, we're gonna give her a call. I don't know if y'all be able to hear this, okay? But we're gonna call her.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
This is Wit with Dog Training Elite West Atlanta.
Thanks. Please stay on the line.
So we're gonna call her live. We're gonna see if we can get her.
I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you would like to leave an additional message, please reply after the tone.
Hi, this message is for Amira. This is Wit with Dog Training Elite West Atlanta. I was calling you about your puppy. I saw that you were working from 8 to 4. And I saw that you were looking at potty training. So you can call me at 678-478-9693. We got your lead off of Bart. So I did send you an estimate on your account. So you can take a look at that, and that will probably take care of most of the issues that you said that you're having with your dog. So this would be a training that we would do at your home. So give me a call if you're interested. You can text or call this phone number that I call you from, 678-478-9693. So nice talking to you. Bye. All right. We left a voicemail. For her. Okay. And I also, oh, my bad. I'm typing that in. Okay. Okay. So we sent her that. I called her. I left a voice message. And yeah, voicemail. Boom. We're not gonna do a reminder. Okay. So that's pretty much how it will work. We're gonna keep calling some people. I'm gonna keep talking with y'all about what it is we do. Okay. Next person that was looking at training, right? They're in Powder Springs. They're looking for more of potty training. They want private lessons group classes, board and train program. Like I said, we don't do board and train programs, right? Um, we want you to learn how to be a dog trainer, or at least have a bond with your dog. I'm not asking you guys to be dog trainers. I don't want everybody to be a dog trainer. I just want you to create a bond with your dog, okay? But if that's what you want to do, for sure, okay. Um, the breed of dog that she got in Powder Springs is a Shih Tzu, okay. It's never bitten anybody. The dog is socializing with people, okay. Okay, and this is what she said. I'm gonna read it to y'all in a second, okay? All right. So this lady said she got Benji in April 2025. He has never been trained, really looking to stop potty accidents in the house. He will sneak off and poop somewhere and then try to eat it. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. So she got Benji in April 2025. He has never been trained. She's really looking to stop potty accidents in the house. That's like man. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves, man. That would just drive me insane. That your dog is peeing all over the house, or he will sneak off and poop somewhere and then try to eat it. I should call this lady like immediately, but we're not gonna call her, okay? Oh, here's a good one. Okay. All right, guys, here's a good one. I like this one. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on, guys. Hold on. This lady here, she gave us two things. Okay. So this is from somebody in Canton. Okay. I put down what she said in the comments. Okay. I won't put her name. Her name's Mary. Okay. Mary and Murphy. All right. She said Murphy is super sweet and always wants attention. But unfortunately, I work overnight, and when I'm not home, he likes to use the bathroom inside. I'm not sure if he's marking his territory or does it for attention. I take him on walks, clean with enzyme cleaners. He doesn't have any potty training issues when I'm home, but when I'm not, he's constantly peeing on stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So this is her issue. She has a dog named Murphy. Murphy's about 1 to 2 years old. He's a Labrador Retriever, so he's big. He's probably 2 years old. He's probably 100-pound Labrador. Those are big. Those are big excrements. Those are big. And he's peeing. He's peeing in the house. They can pee for a long time when it's time to pee. Okay, it's a lot of urine and vinegar and stuff like that, right? A lot of acid in that, right? A lot of enzymes in it. She's not sure if he's marking his territory, if he's doing it for attention. She takes him on walks. She cleans with enzymes. She thinking that the cleaning is making him want to pee, but that's not the case. Murphy's just peeing. I'm gonna just be honest with you. She needs structure. That's what she needs, is structure, because Murphy feel like he could just do what he want to do, and she needs structure. There's a lot going on in this right here. So then she came back and she sent me another message and said this. I'm gonna put this in here. All right, she said she's looking for potty training expertise. Murphy never uses the bathroom when I'm home, but when I'm gone, he's constantly peeing on stuff. I clean with enzyme cleaners, make sure he gets exercise, but I can't get him to stop. It's been on and off for a year now. So for a year now, he's been peeing on stuff. He's been peeing on stuff for a year. You need structure. You need a lot of structure, a little bit of training, and a lot of structure. You're just going about things a little bit wrong. There's a lot of red flags in there. Nothing that can be changed overnight. Nothing that can be changed overnight, almost, to be honest with you. We probably gonna have this lady's issues resolved in about 3 days. She'll probably be a whole new dog, whole different lady, whole different dog. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. I cannot imagine what this lady is going through. I already know what she's going through, right? There's a lady by the name of L from Villa Rica. L from Villa Rica. She looking for behavioral modification. She got like a 1 to 2 year old Belgian Malinois, guys. Belgian Malinois. If you know what a Belgian Malinois is, those are the dogs that you always see on YouTube. You see the Belgian Malinois, a lot of places on YouTube. Those are the dogs that's jumping through windows, jumping through car windows, running up walls to grab, ropes. Those are usually Belgian Malinois, right? And she's looking for private lessons. We're not gonna put any information up there because, like, she didn't really put anything. But she's definitely looking to hire somebody, and she's only had him for like 1 to 2 years. Probably what happened was he was probably either a rescue or he was from a litter, and he might be like the most rambunctious out of the litter. But he's probably giving her HELL. I'm just be honest with you. Belgian. I have a German Shepherd, and he's like no dog I've ever trained, and that was why I got him. I needed a real challenge. He's definitely giving that to me. With a Belgian, I don't know if I want to even stick with a Belgian, man. But once they learn what it is that you're asking them to do, so it's a totally different dog, man. It would be a great dog to have if you know what you're doing, though, to be honest with you. But you definitely need training if you're gonna do something like that, right? All right, let's go to the next one, man. Let me see if I can find another one. All right, a guy named Al in Union City. He has a cane corso. He's looking for private lessons, group training, stuff like that. He got a cane corso. So he has a huge dog, and he's probably looking for training because it's probably hard to manage a huge dog. They understand leadership, but sometimes they want to test leadership. I'm telling y'all, they testing y'all most of the time. And we want to make sure we pass the test, and then we're gonna get them tests. Don't let these dogs lead you. They can be trained, and it doesn't have to take a lot. Okay, this lady is just doing her research. We're gonna call her Carly from Covington, and she's thinking about getting a dog for Christmas. So she's in Covington. She's trying to get a puppy. She's looking at a King Cavalier that she wants to get around Christmas. That's so cool. That's so cool. All right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. This is what that lady said, right? This lady, we just call her like Michelle out of Atlanta. She's looking for like behavioral modification, family dog training, obedience. So she probably has like a kid or something at the house. And so family dog, she want everybody to be able to handle the dog. So that's probably what it is, right? Um she has a mini poodle and she said I've had her for a year and 2 months. My baby has never been trained. For her to stop barking, she barks if someone enters my apartment, my room, or in the kitchen. So this dog is just probably fear aggressive, and so anybody that comes in her space, she's like, "What the heck are you doing here? I run this show." That's what she's like. She has a problem with leadership, and the owner being like a little bit inconsistent. I'm sure you just need to be a little bit more direct with the dog. I'll show you how to do that. How to be a little bit more direct. All right. Here we go. Oh, I like this one, guys. I like this one a lot. Okay. We're gonna call her E out of Mableton. She was looking for dog training. She got two dogs. All right. She's looking for private lessons, group classes, or board and training. Okay. What? These are Great Danes. She got Great Danes. I don't see too many Great Danes. I've not seen. Well, I don't have any Great Danes in my pack. No Great Danes. Okay. So she said she had them 7 months and 6 years, and they have been 6 years has been trained before. I would like to give the puppy basic training, and they most hate training, or they most are training on how to cohabitate as well as walking together. So they're having a problem. The dogs are having an issue with being together, living together. That's kind of normal when you have new dogs. They butt heads on who's in charge and who's not in charge. And I know better. I've been here 6 years. You the new buck on the block. That's probably what's going on. Is the older one is probably like, hey, he ain't doing what I used to do, and I don't want him doing that. So they'll check each other a lot. But we probably need to check both of them, okay? Or maybe not. I'm not sure. We have to look at the dogs and take a look. Or maybe it's just the puppy that just needs it. The puppy is just like, I'm doing what the heck I want to do. Okay. So that's probably what the situation is. Okay. And I'm reading these out to you. I hope some of this will help you guys that you're not alone. This is stuff that people are having issues with. Jessica out of Lithonia said that she has behavioral modification issues. She's looking for family dog training, manners, obedience, guard, and protection. She has a 3-year-old dog. She's looking for private lessons, group classes, board and train. We don't do board and train, like as I told y'all before. She has an American Bulldog, and she's just doing a little planning and research, and she's not sure exactly what she want to do. But she's had it for 3 years. Okay. Trying to give you all the good ones here. All right. Here we go. Okay. We got Olivia and Austell. Olivia. Hold on. Okay, Olivia is looking for private lessons, group classes. She said she has a Yorkie poo. She got a Yorkie poo, and it'll be a year old December 22nd. But she's just looking for basic training. She's probably doing a little biting, nipping, probably. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. TikTok. We have. We're gonna put the comment in the link again. Also, if you have a question, you can definitely reach out. So we got a Holly in Douglasville, and she said she got one dog. It's about 0 to 6 months. It's a Bernese Mountain Dog. It's a big dog. She's receiving an 18-week Bernese Mountain Dog that has had one breeder. Let me go down. Who has crate trained her. We need obedience and on and off leash training, following commands and able to socialize and be not distracted in public with people. Need to follow cue of owner and help with identifying if handler needs by applying deep massage as gets older to calm handler and reduce any stress. This is definitely up our alley and what we do. I'm going to reach out to her live while we're on here. Okay. All right. We're going to reach out to Holly. We're going to reach out to Holly and see if we can help her. Okay. We're going to reach out to her.
Hello.
Hi, this is Wit with Dog Training Elite West Atlanta. Can I speak to Holly?
Oh, it's Heather.
I'm sorry. I'm I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oh man, it's been a long day already. I'm doing fine. I was reaching out to you because I saw that you were trying to train your dog for PTSD and just wanted to reach out and send you some information or answer any questions for you.
Yeah, it's an 18-week Burmese mountain dog.
Nice.
And yeah, so we're excited about that. We have to drive to Carolina to get the dog on Friday. And so we just really want, it's going to be a service dog for my daughter who's going to college. So she needs something like that to just be able to help her kind of cope with some of the changes going out of state because it's going to be in Arkansas, and then I'll help her with just navigating social situations if it gets, because there's 20,000 kids out there at that college.
Oh,
So
man.
being the dog kind of be signaled, to kind of give her calm kind of
Yeah,
techniques,
absolutely.
But the first thing we want to do is do obedience training so that she got qualified through accommodations for having a service dog. And because the dog's so young, we want to make sure that she can attend to cues, like, sit, stay, and then maybe, do one or two show if needed how she is going to manage her stress, my daughter's stress. So maybe being able to kind of reach up, and it's going to be a pretty big dog, and kind of touch her shoulders or her chest to kind of push against it. If she has a signal, that might be one thing that she could learn between now and then. And maybe another one, Trini was saying, maybe she can come and kind of come between her legs or in front of her legs so that she can sit and pet and groom the dog, which will calm her stress.
Oh,
so
man.
two things.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to use shock therapy or anything like that because I don't think that's good with, she's already been traumatized. My daughter's, and she doesn't want to traumatize the dog with anxiety or anything like that either. So we wanted to see what's reasonable between now and the time she goes to school in August. To have some techniques for this dog, and then be able to show that the dog can go through public areas and stuff like that.
Sounds like you've done a lot of research.
I've been looking into it. This is all new to me, but I know that I see that there's no real regulation per se. I learned that. I didn't know that for saying a service animal, but the dog needs to be able to show that it's not distracted. So I said, well, if that's the case, then we can go with the route of, advanced obedience training and signaling and things like that, because they really wouldn't know per se. They'll know a difference between a pet and a service animal, but it's the training that I think is important. So that's what I wanted to be able to focus on. So you're a trainer, so I'm not sure, if I'm realistic in my thinking, at least between now and then, we can get her, learning a few things so that she can then follow up when she's in school, and then also be on campus, walking the dog beside her, very, not hyper or anything like that to trigger anything from the administration to say, hey, is this really a service dog or is this, just a pet?
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a difference, and then that'll trigger a whole bunch of other stuff for her to not be able to get the accommodations we need for her to be successful in college.
There's definitely a huge difference in a pet and a service dog. The service dog we're going to be training the dog where they are able to be in public, which is stuff like, simple stuff like not peeing inside of a building. She's going to be in a classroom for hours at a time, and we want the dog to be able to accompany her, and her not worrying about, oh, is my dog going to pee or poop in front of everybody?
Right.
It's stuff like that you have to get out of the dog. And yeah, August, that's definitely doable. We usually ask that the dog is in training a year, and that just gives us time. But I've had people that have done it in 3 months, and I've had people done it in 6 months. So it just really depends on you and what's comfortable for you.
There's a few factors. As I've been doing my research, it's cost, and I'm just being real, and the fact that she's going to college, which is another added layer of cost, and then she's going out of state. So for us as a family,
it's like double whammy.
Double whammy.
Double trimming whammy. Yeah. So how much have you gotten that a service dog would cost you?
Well, to be honest, like a service dog should have been an older dog that's already been either trained or not. Like a year or 2 years. That's typically, I believe, what it takes for a service dog to be a more mature animal as opposed to a puppy that's still in a puppy state. This one has been crate and potty trained, but it's going to need adjustment as it's coming from, here to the home. You've got to get used to her, all of those things. But a real service animal, I believe the process takes at least 2 years. And it's expensive. And so I'm using the term, but I know it's not. It's a process for them to actually be a service dog. And this,
correct.
The reality is this 18-week-old is not classified as a service dog.
No.
It's service dog training, but it needs to be mature, like at least a year or two, to be able to do those things. So my thing is, if it's not quote unquote a service animal, at least have it be a trained animal to not do those things as poop or in public, like I mean in classroom, or be unruly or distracting if a student is walking by and is jumping on them, what I mean? So
Yes.
if we have those kind of behaviors underhand, then I'd be able to at least show an administration if it's needed that this dog is trained. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because it's going to trigger. If not, it's going to trigger the administration to say to my daughter, "Hey, I thought you said you had a service animal, and this dog doesn't seem to be able to understand simple commands." So
It's definitely going to trigger, because what you do is you're putting the university at risk, because if the dog is aggressive and stuff like that, the dog could attack another student, and now the university is looking at it like, okay, we're trying to be reasonable, but they're bringing an aggressive dog here, stuff like that. So yeah, you are 100% right in what you're thinking. And the way our training work is that I would come out to your home. You're in Douglasville, right?
yeah, I'm in Douglasville.
Perfect. So basically what happens, right? Our PTSD program, it is a little bit more on the expensive side. Well, I mean, we're cheapest probably that everybody do, because I don't take the dog in. I come to you. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. And I train if you don't feel comfortable with e-collars, we do not have to use e-collars.
right.
Okay. Um, I don't train with treats. Okay. And usually our lower price packages are going to take care of all those things that you talked about. Not peeing, not pooping, not being aggressive and stuff like that, right? Um, if you're starting it at 18 weeks, you are starting at the perfect time if y'all was just getting it from the breeder. Okay. It would just make the transition easier, especially for a Bernese Mountain Dog. Okay. Um, and what I usually ask people that are trying to do service dog status is earned.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to prove to me, the evaluator, that your dog is ready to go on to the next step. So in some of the cheaper packages, what we work on is like potty training and crate training. That's the first thing. We want to make sure the dog isn't peeing or pooping inside the house.
Right.
Or any building. Whether your daughter is taking him to the classroom, he's just chilling in there and not, looking for a place to pee. After we do that, it usually takes about 2 to 3 days. After we do that, then I work on come, which is like come back to me. We'll work on sit the next week. We'll work on heal the next week. We'll work on place the next week, which is just like get up on top of this object. And then we'll work on down the next week. Once they've done all of those, then they have earned the right to go on to service dog training, as long as they're doing what they're supposed to do. And it's really, really easy. I'll give you homework and stuff like that to work on with them. And then you just do the homework and work with them. Usually, I mean, you're going to see a big difference, people tell me, after the third session. And then, after the fifth session, if they have aggression issues, you might need to upgrade the package to go towards PTSD. Okay. So
here's the master question.
Go ahead.
The master question for me, like I said, the biggest thing for us is cost. So, being able to work on those skills. The breeder said, that Bernie, this is Bernie, I can get the name wrong. Beanie. Okay. The trainer says that Beanie has been potty and crate trained, but I anticipate that she's moving from state to state.
Absolutely.
It's going to be like regression.
Absolutely.
So, she's coming Friday, so that's why I kind of wanted to hit the ground running. We're taking her to the vet Monday, and then I'd like to be able to work with someone from the start. You know what I mean? But not overburden the dog.
And that's why I tell you the different price ranges. We want you to earn it, but you obviously need to pay for one of the packages so that we can go on to PTSD training.
Yeah.
Make sense?
So what's the cost for something like that for like a 5 or 6 week session?
Usually the 5 to 6 is in the $1,800 range. Okay. The silver one, which is less, is in the 1,000 range. And then service dog is 3,600. And so if you get one of the smaller packages, it will go towards the PTSD.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So I'm not trying to, and I want you to be satisfied. So I tell people all the time, I'm like, look, if you want to just get the silver, just get the silver. And then you can make a decision later on what you want to do.
Yeah.
The silver, they want us to do it in 3 sessions. So we kind of got to throw a lot at you. But I mean, most people can do it. It's not hard. Because I'm going to do the training at your house in front of you. And then I'm just going to be like, all right, just do this for 5 to 10 minutes a day. And then usually your dog, they do everything that we ask usually. It's not that hard. So.
But knowing what my end goal is that that's really not enough to navigate her now moving in August to Arkansas. Those are the basic skills, right? If she does that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Those basic skills, those basic skills that we're gonna give her is gonna be where you're not gonna be too much worried about her doing anything crazy.
Right. That's okay.
Does that make sense? Like she's gonna be a trained dog after those 3-4 sessions. They want us to do it in 3 sessions, but if I need to come up there 4 sessions, I'm not upset with you or anything like that. I want you to have a good trained dog. So, but it usually takes 3 sessions for the cheapest one. But yeah.
I definitely want to work with you. My daughter works at Mansfield, so here's what I'm suggesting. She had an internship and she wants to be a vet, so that was great. She got into Mansfield. Now, with Mansfield, they have what's called a 6-week puppy session or whatever, right? And because she works there, she gets that. I'm being totally transparent. So she gets the 6 weeks free, okay, because she works there. So what I was thinking as far as training was to start with that, because I mean it's free. Get the dog acclimated, right? And have a real trainer, because it is. I guess she is a dog trainer. I can't dismiss it. I don't know the girl.
Yeah.
But she's a trainer too. But then after the 6 weeks, the dog's now acclimated. We're into January, maybe at the end of January, beginning of Feb. Now we have the next session. But have you instead come in to teach, it sounds like more intensive, skill based. Maybe by that time the dog would have learned those other skills, but I'd like you to come in to reinforce.
Sure, you can definitely do that. It's definitely gonna push the timeline backwards, which is fine. You still would have time.
But see, I would have gotten 6 weeks in, like a basic kind of group training, socialization, whatever, at the PetSmart, right? Learning some of those basic skills, but have you now then afterwards, the dog's acclimated, come in, do the silver. So that's another 4 weeks. So that's 10 weeks, at least 10. And then now we're into January, February. I would be in a better position to then move on to either more advanced or to see if this dog needs, like another 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like something where what is the progression of this dog as she matures?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I would get not only one trainer's at PetSmart's basic training, but yours, which is more expertise after that. because you're coming to the home and teaching those skills. Did that work?
It's totally up to you. I mean, you're kind of going around the horse to get to it. I mean, but you can do what you want to do. If it's free, I would try that first for sure.
It's free, but it's also helping. Well, it's free. I mean, free is free, right? But it's a basic course. The only reason it's free is because she works there.
Right.
It's a course on basic training. It's learning how to get this puppy mature. Some of the skills I'm sure that you're going to also learn. But yeah, I'd like to do that.
Sure.
I'd like to do that. And I really would like for you to be able to, by that time I would have, because Christmas is coming, we just bought the dog, this and that. I have a little breathing room to pay the $1,000 for you to then come in.
Yeah.
And be in a much better situation financially too.
Yeah, sure. That's up to you for sure. I mean, you can reach out to me whenever you're ready. When we come out there, there's a $125 assessment fee, or you can just go ahead and just purchase whichever package you want, and we'll come out there and skip the fee.
Yeah, I want to definitely have it. Yeah, we need it. We need this dog to be trained, bottom line. So we'll invest in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you had familiarity with Burmese mountain dogs, or?
Yeah, I mean, I've trained a couple of them in Utah, but yeah, none down here. Too many people don't usually have a Bernese Mountain Dog down here.
That's what I'm saying. Why do you think this big ass dog? I'm like, there's a long story to that, but she did look into the temperament of these different animals, and she said that this one is a loving one. It's pretty smart. It follows commands and all those things. So
I just wonder how he's gonna deal with the heat in Douglasville.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah.
Like it, but he'll deal with it in Arkansas, though.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. That's right. You're right.
She was saying, because I was like, it's gonna be hot here. What are you talking about? And she said, "But I'll be in Arkansas, and it's cold there."
What?
Like the cold, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how this works out. Because it's too late. I'm going Friday to pick.
Oh Lord.
But she says, but I've heard that their temperaments are good. And I've done my research on it.
They're chill.
That's what she said. They're a chill dog. It's like a big teddy bear. She wants to bond with the dog, and you know what I mean.
The only problem you might have with them is if they don't want to do something. They're so huge, they're not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that could definitely, you'd be like, okay, I want you to go outside to use the bathroom, and he's just like laying there, and you're like, how do I pick up this? What, 150 or
7 pounds, 70 pounds,
7
pounds.
Is that how big his mom and dad is?
It's a female.
Okay.
The male dog is about 90 pounds, and the female mom was around 75. I know. I don't know how big it's gonna get. I don't know.
Okay.
It's not going in my bathroom. I got one of them standalone tubs. It's not going in there. It's not.
Jeez.
But yeah. So it's a pretty big dog.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you do the options you want. Most people aren't going to do the service certification, so you're kind of just like working backwards. Just to be honest with you, I would do the free one for sure. I mean, but the other ones are, we're still going to have to do step by step everything that goes in the program. So a lot of people, they tell me that they kind of wasted their time with other stuff. I'm just being honest. And I'm not trying to tell you don't do it, right? But I'm just telling you what some of my clients be like, man, I wish I would have just did that because this is a little bit easier. I come to your home, and when there's like really serious issues, I can deal with those as opposed to everybody just being in a group and them learning stuff. So you just get a better experience with the training than some of the other stuff. So yeah.
One-on-one. Yeah, it's like tutoring, right?
Exactly.
And one-on-one tutoring. So
yeah,
I get it.
And I work with everybody at the house, so everybody will know me. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, we." So
yeah, it's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just the timing of when, and like I said, I think this dog needs to be acclimated a little bit. So 5, 6 weeks, that's like less than a month and a half.
There you
And
go.
the dog sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
And moves from a trainer, a whole different state, gets to know us, our family, and bonds with my daughter because she's going to be the main handler. And then have you come in. So that's the plan. I think that's the plan.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
So
So
this,
let me lock in your number and
please
you can
do.
lock in mine.
I will.
Okay.
You
Now,
can.
I'm not going to call you the wrong name. I need to get your name.
It is WHIT.
WHIT?
Mm-hmm.
Wit?
Yes.
Wit? Okay.
Yes.
That's a nice name. Are you in Douglasville?
I'm in Lithia Springs.
Oh, okay. That's close enough. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And you do the in-home training.
Absolutely. Okay. Yes.
Perfect, Mr. Witt. Okay, I'm saving this right now. After Christmas, I'm going to check in with you around the second or third week of January, and then we can arrange for follow-up at that point.
It sounds good. I look forward to talking to you.
Yeah, me too. Sounds really cool.
All right.
Thanks so much.
All right. Have a good one, Heather.
You too. Right, bye.
Okay. So that was Heather. Y'all saw the response. She was receiving an 18-week Bernese Mountain dog. She had one breeder. We're going to put her in here. Hold on. Boom. Okay. We're going to text her. And that's all it takes, guys. So I hope you heard the phone call, TikTok. Okay. And that's pretty much all it takes, right? I come to your home. We train your dog right in front of you, whether it's you, the kids, dad. The dog is jumping, kicking mom, kicking dad. Let me text her, guys. Hold on. TikTok said that I'm not active, and I've been on this phone call the whole time. They say I'm not active, man. Y'all should have been listening. Were y'all listening? Give me a heart, man, or something, man. Y'all got me out here working hard, man, in my office, in my basement, man. Got me in the basement doing hard work, and ain't nobody even gonna. Heather. Okay. So that would be how it would go, right? The first thing we need to do is make sure it's just like kindergarten. We need to make sure that when your kid goes to kindergarten, that he's going to be in the classroom, he cannot be using the bathroom on himself. He needs to learn how to be potty trained. Okay? Your dog needs to learn how to be potty trained. So click the button if you like what we just did, man. I'm giving y'all these leads, let y'all see how it's going to work. She wants deep pressure therapy for the dog. Easy, 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 guys. Easy. Okay. Let's go to somebody else. Okay. I like this name. Whoa, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting excited. All right. This we're gonna call this one Latoya. That was my ex name. My ex-wife named Latoya. We're gonna call this one Latoya. Latoya is in Morrow, and this is what she said. She said she got one dog. She looking for behavioral modification, puppy training, family dog training, manners training, obedience, guard protection. She got a puppy that's 0 to 6 months, He's a German Shepherd and a Pit Bull Terrier. Does he socialize with other dogs? No. That's a big no. That's a big no. Okay. Uh she wants private lessons. This is a German Shepherd Pit Bull. And this is what she said. She said, my dog is 8 weeks, 2 months, 8 weeks. She is aggressive and have a biting problem and needs to be trained properly. That's what she said. She needs to be trained properly. Okay. That's exactly what she said. She needs to be trained properly. Let me see if I can reach out to her. I think we're gonna contact. Oh, they keep telling me to log in, guys. Hold on. They keep telling me to log in. Oh, we ain't gonna worry about this time, y'all. We ain't gonna worry about this time. Okay. So that was Latoya. Okay, that was Latoya. Let me find Latoya again. Let me find Latoya again. I might need a microphone on here for y'all, man. I want to make sure that y'all hear me. Hold on, guys. We looking for Latoya. We're not really looking for Latoya, but we are sort of looking for Latoya. Yorkie Poo. There we go. Right here. Okay. All right. Next person. Bryant from Atlanta. He's looking for behavior modification, puppy training, obedience. He has an East German Shepherd. We're not going to call him. We got Nathan out of Atlanta. He got an American Pit Bull Terrier. Let me show you. This is what he said. Okay. All right. He said Esther needs training for both basic obedience and to be a psychiatric service dog for OCD and adult autism. She is a very smart dog. She just still has that puppy energy while being extremely food motivated that makes her hard to train independently, especially with another dog in home. I can agree to that. Okay. Other dogs in the home can definitely make your dog harder to train. For sure. They can definitely make your dog harder to train. Other dogs in the house. Let me bring this down a little bit, guys. I got my head cut off a little bit. Other dogs in the house can definitely make your dog harder to train. Okay. We got. I'm doing this because I want y'all to see that, you probably not the only one that got these dog training issues, right? This is what these dogs do. Okay. This one right here. We got a Tammy from Atlanta. And she says she got a sheepa doodle. A sheepa doodle. She said, I have had him since he was 5.5, 5.5 months old. No, he has not been trained except what I have taught him here. He knows how to sit, give fives, lay down, and speak, but he's very disobedient at times and he does not listen. He is crate trained, but sadly, the person I got him from mistreated him and he was in a crate with his other two brothers for the first 5 months of his life. Wait a minute, what? He was very malnourished when I first got him, but he has been a really good dog beside the behavioral disobedience and occasional potty in the house. So he's been using the bathroom in her house, and she lives in a nice area of town. So I know she probably hot and ready to kick him out on the curb. She ready to put him out on the curb. Okay, here we go. Next one. Since y'all not gonna give me any questions, I'm just gonna show y'all what other people are saying. Okay. Boom. Okay. Boom. All right. This lady, this lady is up in Kennesaw. She looking for behavioral modification. So that means there's a lot of dog that's out here that's doing a lot of biting. Okay. She has a pumchi. She want private lessons, which is what I do. Group classes, which is what I do. I do not do board and train. She said, I've had Leo for about 2 weeks now. He's overall a good boy, but needs some work on his manners, and he's constantly barking. So he's constantly trying to talk to you, is what he's trying to do. He's trying to let you know what's going on, that he's in charge. He's trying to let you know he's in charge. Okay? Tahira out of Atlanta said she got a Pix Mix. I leave. The dog's name is Leah. It's her son's dog, and she's keeping for a while for him. So she's trying to get the dog training because she got the dog, and she's like, "This is abuse. Why do we have this dog?" So she's trying to get the dog training. Here's Crimson out of Woodstock. He said that he needs help with his behavior, his dog's behavior, and he has a mix. He don't know what he got. He just brought a wild animal into his house, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna stick with this wild animal here." Trisha out of Newton, she got a poodle. We got Al. We're gonna call Al AI. He has a German Shepherd, and he's just looking to hire. So he ain't really telling you what he got. But he asked for guard and protection, so his dog is probably aggressive. All right. We got. Oh, not that one. All right. This is Sherry out of Fayetteville. And she got like a 6 to 12 month old foxhound mix. This dog has bit another dog. And they said, we rescued Lucy a few months ago and have seen her become more territorial over the past few months. We are having her spayed. However, she has become much more aggressive towards our two other dogs. She is a mix of breeds, but we believe the most prominent one is Foxhound. I'm researching possible solutions for my mom and brother. Lucy is my brother's dog. As I'm concerned, her behavior will get worse. She has not been trained before, but due to her breed being such a high energy, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, here it is. My bad. Hold on. Hold on. It didn't take all of it. Here we go. All right, higher energy and needing enrichment. I'm trying to see the options we have for when I'm not visiting. She is very intelligent and an absolute sweetheart until another dog tries to compete with her for food or a spot on the bed. Then she go ballistic. I'm sure. I'm sure she like, who is this dude trying to take up spot here? You don't pay no rent here. You don't pay no rent here, shouty. All right, Ava. Oh, this is crazy. This is ain't no dog training gonna answer this one. Ava out of Atlanta. She has this, first of all. I don't even know what this is. I've heard of it. I've heard of it. If you've heard of this, tell me in the chat if you've heard of this. I've never heard of this dog. Y'all be coming up with some crazy dogs, bro. If you ever heard of Rhodesian Ridgeback, hit me in the chat. If you ever heard of Rhodesian Ridgeback, hit me in the chat, man. I ain't never heard no Rhodesian Ridgeback, man. Why y'all lying out here, man? And this is what she said. Most of us as dog trainers already feel a certain way because we got to go into a place where we don't know what we're going into, right? And we don't know, what the person is going on, what kind of dog. Now you got to deal with the person and the dog when I'm coming into your home. And this is what this lady said. She said, I gotta show y'all. Make sure y'all don't think I'm crazy. This is what we got to deal with. Okay? This is what she said. She got a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and she's looking for the dog whisperer to come house train in home and give us lessons and help with the 7-week-old puppy. She got a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and that's what she want help with. Let me see. Let's look this up for y'all, man. We're gonna look this up. Hold on. We're gonna look this up, guys. Hold on. I've heard of it before. Rhodesian Ridgeback. Bro, that's just a mixed dog, bro. Don't play me like that, bro. Don't play me like that, bro. Why y'all trying to play me like that, man? That's just old coon hound or something like that. It's just a coon hound. It's a Rhodesian Ridgeback. Rhodesian Ridgeback, okay? That's your Rhodesian Ridgeback. All right. Boom. All right. That dog is probably giving her HELL. That's probably what's going on. That dog probably giving it to her. You hear me? That's a high energy dog. You can tell by the way the dog look. That's a high energy dog. Okay. Michaela from Griffin. Michaela says she has a pit bull that's almost 1 year old, and she looking for training because this pit bull is driving her nuts. All right. We've got Crystal from Conyers. We getting us all caught up, guys. We're getting us all caught up here. All right. Crystal said she got one dog. She need private lessons. The dog don't socialize with no other dogs. Don't put the dog around no other dogs. And she said the dog has nipped at people and dogs. The dog don't care. He gonna give you some smoke, okay? And this is what she said. She said, I've had the dog 9 years. She is a terrier mix and is 10 years old. We have a 12-month-old baby and would like to know do's and don'ts for managing dogs and toddlers. You have a serious situation. You got a serious situation, Crystal. You're a little too far from me, Crystal. You're in Conyers. Conyers take me about an hour. Conyers is a drive, man. Conyers is a drive, Crystal. Conyers is a drive, Crystal. Crystal, you got a situation though, Crystal. I don't know what to tell you, Crystal. All right, all right, here we go. All right, Dwayne in Atlanta, he got a freaking 2-year-old micro bully XL. He got an aggressive dog, and he need help. Okay. SG. SG says she needs help with assistance, disabilities, manners, training. She's looking for private lessons, group training. She has a mutt, and she's just researching. She's had her dog for 3 months, and she don't think he's been trained. Like I can actually put myself in the mindset of some of these leads, right? And it's like they've had the dog for 3 months, and she don't think the dog has been trained, and the dog is 3 years old. The dog ain't been trained. I'm gonna tell you the dog ain't been trained. But the dog is probably sitting and stuff if she has a treat in her hand. That's probably what the dog is doing right now. Okay. This is what we got. Emily from Atlanta. This is what Emily said. Emily has. Hold on a second. My computer going. It ain't going haywire. Just. Emily from Atlanta. She said that she has one dog that need training. It's like 12 months. It's a labradoodle. And she said she's had the dog for 1 week, and she want to know how to use the dog pass. Has not had any training. We don't use dog pass around here. Your dog need to learn how to be in kindergarten, which is in kindergarten you learn to be potty trained. So we want that dog potty trained in about 2 to 3 days is the ideal situation. Okay. Nikki in Locust Grove says she got a Bishopoo. She need training. MJB in Snellville has 2 dogs. He has a behavior modification, puppy training, family dog training, manners training. He has a poo beach poo. I don't know. I ain't never heard that dog either. I think he might have mistyped or something. How about a Sabrina in Atlanta? She has a Yorkie. Sean has a Labrador Retriever. He's looking for gun dog training. Corda is looking for 2 weeks. She's had the dog, no training. She needs regular commands, potty training, chewing. That's what she's looking for. Okay. Then we got, oh shoot, what is that? This lady said she's only had her Labrador pit mix. She's only had her Labrador pit mix. And this is what she said. I've only had her for a week. And I've been training, but she not understanding. I think I'm doing something wrong. She is very active. And she got a lab pit mix. That can definitely happen. Labradors are definitely active dogs. Labradors are active. They be active when they're young, and then when they get older, they start calming down a lot of times. Sometimes when they train. We're almost done, guys. Nikki from Atlanta has a Yorkshire Terrier. She's had it for a week. She hasn't been trained. Nope. She's looking for potty training and family oriented dog. Oh, here we go. All right. We got Lily from McDonald. See, these are the places that we go. And that's why I'm telling y'all these. These are the places we go if you got your dog and you're in some of these areas. These are the areas that we come to. So check us out, man. Check us out. Let me put some hearts on there since y'all not liking my thing. Let me heart my own thing because people they act like yeah, ain't nobody showing me no love here. But it's okay. I don't mind. Don't nobody ever want to show me no love until I train the dog right. Then when I train the dog right, they want to call me and ask me how is my Christmas. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right. Lily from McDonald. She said, I've had him. She has a Great Pyrenees mix, a German Shepherd. She got a big dog. And she said, I've had him since he was a few months old. He has not been trained just to base it by me, but barely listens. And I like him to be less hyper and jumping on people and nibbling and know how to stop playing when it's time and to be obedient because he always get distracted and doesn't listen and always gets into stuff. Yep, that would be what they do. That would be what they do. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. This is Ronald. He needs assistance with disabilities. He's looking for private lessons for his Jack Russell. This is what he said. I'm sure it's a typo. Okay. So Ron from Atlanta said, I hate her. 5 days right now is all it's been. I'm not sure if she ever been trained. Picked her up at the dog pound, socializing, walking so she won't pull so much, and not too sure on anything else. Just get her trained on emotional support, dog. Okay, I'm just playing. I don't think he said I hate her 5 days. I think he said I have her 5 days right now. I think he meant to say I've had her 5 days right now. But he said I hate her 5 days right now. He's been hating her for five. No, I'm just playing. I don't think he's been hating her dog, hating his dog. But yeah, that's this. We could definitely help you with that. Is that you just picked her up? You want emotional support dog? We can certify that. So yeah, we can help you with that. All right. So I think that's it for today, man. We're gonna come back, man, and talk about some of the other things that we have. I do appreciate y'all coming and checking in. We decided to go on, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok and just see how it's going. I know you didn't get a chance to see any of the stuff that we did on TikTok. I'm gonna be, setting it up later on today so that you can see everything that I'm doing. All right. Once again, if you need training, whether you need a silver, gold, or obedience package, what we're gonna go over is come, sit, heel, place down. Yeah, just reach out to us, text us, send us an email, send me a pigeon, however you guys want to do it. Like the screen, tap on the screen if you're in TikTok. Show, show that you need training. I'll keep doing this every day. Just showing that other people are, having these issues too, and you're not alone. We're gonna build a pack here. So if you have a dog and your dog is acting a little funny, a little crazy, all right, let me know. I'll come by and we will do a custom package for you. Make sure that everything is up to par. Whether you're trying to get a service dog or whether you just need him to just listen. All right. So once again, here we go. I'm checking out with y'all, man. I'll see y'all later on today. All right. Peace.